we will discuss why women of all ages should never be stripped of the opportunity to protect their bodies with abortion. I want you to do me a favor and go back 12 years. Remember the vulnerability of being so naive as a 6-year-old. Now I want you to imagine losing your father before you can even remember his middle name. Eventually your mom introduces you to a new man, and he takes the role that your father was supposed to partake in pretty well. Until eventually he gets too close one too many times and says a few compliments that make you nervous. Years go by and eventually you're 12, and you wake up one morning throwing up from what you thought was seafood from the night before. Pregnant, alone, and terrified. Having nobody in your corner, being isolated from everything you've ever grown up knowing. You're forced to have a baby while still being a baby, and forced to be reminded every day, every time you look at them, of the monster father that is the father of your child. That is our future. Let's discuss the statistics of abortion and rape. In 2019, there were 12.2 reported abortions per year per 1,000 teenage girls between the ages of 18 and 19. 1 in 9 girls and 1 in 53 boys under 18 experienced sexual assault at the hands of an adult. 82% of all victims under 18 are female, according to ProChoice.MeanAbortion.org. Teens ages from 18 to 19 reported 62% of pregnancies that just ended in a birth and 23% in abortions, according to Justice Statistics report shows 16 out of 1,000 children between 12 and 17 experience rape and sexual assault. 15% of high school participants recorded experiencing sexual violence within their relationships. According to Victims of Sexual Violence Statistics, in a 1996 3-year study of 4,000 women, Melissa Holmes estimated that forced sexual intercourse causes over 32,000 accidental pregnancies each year. Now that you've been shown the amount of women that struggle in silence, let's address why women should be able to get an abortion. What is an abortion? There's an abortion pill that you can get between 7 to 9 weeks along, and then there's also a surgical abortion that removes contents of a woman's uterus. The CDC found that 67% of abortions performed in 2014 were at 8 weeks or less, and 91.5% were performed at less than 13 weeks. Abortions cost from about $500 to $1,000, depending on where you live and how far along you are. Getting a nose job is $20,000 more than an abortion. When undertaken by a trained healthcare provider in sanitary conditions, abortions are one of the safest medical procedures and even safer than actual childbirth. Preventing women from getting abortion doesn't stop them from needing them. That's why attempts to ban and restrict abortions do nothing to reduce the number of them. It only forces women to seek out unsafe ones. Having talked about the advantages having the opportunity could have, let's go over Roe v. Wade. Roe v. Wade was a landmark decision of the U.S. Supreme Court. The court ruled that the U.S. Constitution conferred the right to have an abortion. Reproductive freedom is not only a matter of bodily autonomy, but also one of self-determination. When people have the ability to decide if, when, and how many children to have, they can make conscious decisions about other aspects of their life, such as education and work. The Supreme Court overturned Roe v. Wade after nearly 50 years, which created a political bend and social shift throughout the United States. This is the first time in history that a constitutional right has been taken away. I'll give you guys a minute to just think about that and let that sit in. 5 members of the Supreme Court, 4 who are men, are going to take away your right to decide when and if you become a mother. 13 states have signaled that they will move to ban abortion or have laws that ban abortion. Some women will be forced to travel across states to access abortion. In many states, circumstances don't matter. Some states are even considering moving towards criminalizing abortion and methods of contraception. Let's conclude by summarizing what's been presented. We have the resources available to change our future. All we have to do is sign a few petitions and attend a few rallies. Abortion should definitely be regulated, but never taken away. This problem is bigger than us and bigger than a debate. Letting men dictate what we do with our bodies is bringing us back more than 40 years. We have fought too hard, and if we had simple things like access to better health care and, thank you.